Last night was the beginning of a revolution. I am now the owner of WWE Raw. The main event tonight is a battle royal for a new WWE title. Stone Cold Steve Austin is the new GM of CM Punk's Raw. Oh my God! CM Punk is a new champion! You won't get away with what you did, what you've cost me at the TLC pay-per-view. You and me. Is that okay, Big Shot? TLC it is. But I don't know how long I can wait. Just watch your back. Understand? We had an agreement. You wouldn't sign anyone on your own. Your childish annoyance with The Rock and wearing your suit clothing, Punk. Rock's good business. If you don't like how I do business, then you can find someone else. What's this? Kurt Angle, what's he doing here? Oh my God! Kurt Angle! Angle slammed! 1, 2, 3 is still over! Let's not forget the help that he had from Kurt Angle. Some tattooed up indie punk does better than I or my father ever did. You're banned from SmackDown. You're banned from my life. Get out!
Oh my!
What? I ruined your match with The Rock to get your attention. A third loss to Rocky was You got my attention, Angle. You're gonna wish you hadn't. You know we had an unwritten agreement. I thought you would honor. I guess I was wrong about you. Ooh! Someone get help! What? Oh my God! The breaks are down! He's out for 3 months. Who knows if he can wrestle again or anything? And I know who did it. The Rock guarantees he had nothing to do with that attack last week. I spoke to him in the ER. His only words were Rock. HBK, Shawn Michaels, is gonna fight on behalf of Triple H at TLC. The Rock has done it all in this business. He's done more in 7 years than John Cena could ever accomplish. HBK versus the great one. The real once in a lifetime.
Sweet chin music!
Oh my God, Austin's gonna sign the contract. So you finally got the balls to sign her, Austin. Why the change of heart? No one talks to Stone Cold the way Punk did on Monday. He can't tell me what to do. Doesn't coming out of retirement mean you're going back on your own word, your promise to The Undertaker? About this stipulation with me and Undertaker, it's invalid, out of date. I'm sure Taker is too busy plotting his next victim for WrestleMania 30 to be so concerned with the Heartbreak Kid. Whoa! Well, here we are, TLC, finally! It is now time for the contract choice reveal. Mr. McMahon, Mr. Austin, who do you think will win your matches? John Cena will win. Kurt Angle will kick the living crap out of CM Punk. Wow. So if Punk wins, he loses his wrestlers. If he loses, he loses his title. Why, Austin? You bet against me? Do you have any idea what you've done to me? You killed me! You think Raw Attitude would have had the success it had if you called shots? Oh my God, he struck Austin! You don't believe it! Stone Cold is actually smiling! What is going on here? Wow! 1, 2, 3! He's got the first one! Wow! Oh my God! 2, 3! Shawn Michaels couldn't kick Rock won, Michaels won. Who will be the winner of this once-in-a-lifetime match? Oh my God! Switch your music! Oh my God! It's into the table! Oh my God! What a pay-per-view! Switch your music! Oh my God! Spine Buster! Spine Buster! I don't believe it! Through the silk at The Rock! The Rock's going down! What's he gonna do here? Oh my God, no, can't end like this! People's elbow, wow! It's gonna be all over! 1, 2, 3, solo, wow, what a finish! Crowd is highly on Daniel Bryan's side. It could be a riot if he loses tonight. WWE Universe Championship. Oh, here we go! gonna look in that crossface. Oh no! I guess he's here to look after his investment. Cena himself doesn't look too pleased. Here we go. Oh my god! It's gonna be it. 1, 2, 3. It's all over. John Cena retains. This is the WWE Universe as they cheer Daniel Bryan rejecting Cena's handshake request. This is quite sad. Comparing this to The Rock and Michael earlier. Angle slap. Going for the pin. Oh, and Punk kicks out. Go to sleep. This be it. 1, 2, 3. It's all over. Punk manages to win. Punk retained the WWE Untitled Championship, but this means he's lost all of his Raw wrestlers. You think he's forgotten about Raw? Wait, look, McMahon and Austin are here to remind him. Were they in cahoots? Punk is furious. What's Austin doing? I had absolute faith in you tonight, and that's why I chose you to win. What? What are you talking about? You chose Angle. I saw it. Everybody saw it. I said Angle because I knew if I'd said you, McMahon would have done everything in his power to sabotage this match. The only thing to do was to make him believe that he was in a win-win situation. So you chose me? You actually had faith in me all this time? The truth is, I chose you. And it says it right here on this contract. And that's what matters. What's in writing. Raw attitude is still intact with all your talent. All our talent. Then I guess we'll just have to take SmackDown Universe by force, won't we? Steve Austin outsmarted Vince McMahon. And it looks like since Austin actually chose Punk, and Punk won, and Cena won, it means the bleeding effect will take place on the contract, where Raw wrestlers can legally challenge and fight Vince's SmackDown superstars, but they are still owned by their original brand. Seems Punk and Austin are going to use this to their advantage and invade SmackDown? We'll find out tomorrow on CM Punk's Monday Night Raw.
Oh my god, it's here! Attitude for Universe Season 3. Finally, we're back on CM Punk's Monday Night Raw. Yeah, I already said that, Cole. You know, Happy New Year, everybody! It's 2014, and what a way to kick off the new year! Happy New Year indeed, and the new year means only one thing in the world of the WWE. WrestleMania season, Cole! Exactly, the road to WrestleMania begins here and now, and the first stop is the Royal Rumble in 4 weeks' time. Last year it was John Cena who won the Rumble. He then went on to WrestleMania to defeat previous WWE champion, The Rock. That was back when there was only one WWE championship, and Cena hasn't lost the title since. Will he make it a full year as the WWE champ? Only time will tell. Last night was TLC, the Tables, Ladders, and Chairs pay-per-view. A lot has happened that has changed the dynamic of the WWE once again. A deal was struck in secret between Vince McMahon and CM Punk's Raw GM Stone Cold. McMahon had used this deal to wreck the delicate relationship of Punk and Austin. But now the partnership between them is as strong as ever thanks to Austin's cunning. Tricking McMahon into thinking he picked Angle was genius. Yes, the deal was Austin had to decide who he thought would win between CM Punk and Kurt Angle, while McMahon had to pick who would win between Daniel Bryan and John Cena. If both their choices won, which they did, it would cause a bleeding effect in the already split brands. SmackDown Universe superstars can compete on Raw Attitude. And Raw Attitude wrestlers can compete on SmackDown Universe. But the Raw guys still work for CM Punk and answer to Stone Cold, and the SmackDown guys work and answer to Vince McMahon, GM and owner of SmackDown Universe. I see you've removed the Attitude Era robe, King. Yeah, TLC was the last time you'll see it, I'm afraid. Mr. McMahon made it very clear, either work only on Raw with my robe, or work on both without it. Not much choice. We've just been informed that the People's Champion, The Rock, is here tonight! That's correct, a pleasant surprise, as he was called back to do reshoots for his upcoming movie, Hercules. Rock stated he has a few words he'd like to share with the WWE, the Raw fans. I can never get used to that. Let me talk, stuttered Mike. Rock had an explosive match against Shawn Michaels, who, despite putting his career on the line against The Undertaker and losing at WrestleMania 26, came out of retirement to fight the Great One for the first time ever last night. It was a 3 stages of hell match. HBK won the first bout, with Rock taking the last 2. It was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. Dubbed the real once-in-a-lifetime by The Rock as a slight to his fight with John Cena. Let's see what The Rock has to say. He'll be out any minute now. Uh-oh, here comes The Rock. This one the great... And here he is, the most electrifying man in all of entertainment. The Rock, who just won his match against Shawn Michaels last night at TLC. What a great match. He was sweet chin music into the table. He fell off the cage. And he's still here tonight. The next night. What a great man. The man who has truly done it all by further cementing his legacy last night at TLC. He sure has. You gotta watch the full intro, man. You got to. After that match last night at TLC. If you guys are just watching my Attitude Universe story now, I suggest you go and check out at least TLC. Or you check out my whole series, but if you can't be bothered, watch the match between Shawn Michaels and The Rock at TLC. Epic! Anyway.
Finally! The Rock has come back to San Diego!
And finally, The Rock has done battle with the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Last night at TLC, when Shawn Michaels kicked The Rock, you could taste it. When The Rock rock-bottom HBK off the top of that ladder, you could feel it. When Michaels elbowed The Rock from the top rope onto the table, you could see it. And when The Rock did the spine buster on HBK through the cell roof to the ring floor, you could hear it. And when The Rock landed the people's elbow and got the 1, 2, 3, you could smell it. All 5 senses running wild because you could all sense it. Since the return of the Attitude Era to the WWE in 2014. Stone Cold and Triple H's 3 Stages of Hell match in 2001 was the parting gift from the old Attitude Era. Shawn Michaels and The Rock's 3 Stages of Hell match is the return of Attitude. TLC is a great pay-per-view, but that match should have been the main event of WrestleMania 29. Hell, it should have been the main event of WrestleMania 28, and not that twice-in-a-lifetime garbage. The Rock admits he forgot what made him the most electrifying man in all of entertainment. He thought John Cena was what The Rock had left in the WWE, but that was just a waste of The Rock's time. He was just a journey to the destination, which was Shawn Michaels. And now The Rock can truly say he has done it all. The Rock also admits that he was bitter after losing to Cena. But not because The Rock lost, but because he had realized he had become what he hated. A jabroni who follows rather than leads. I ended up doing what I didn't want to do. And no one, and The Rock means no one, makes The Rock do what he doesn't want to do. The Rock saluted Cena, and it was against what the people wanted. And the people, each and every one of you, is what makes up The Rock, and I lost part of who I am. The Rock saluted John Cena to a backdrop of people booing at WrestleMania 29. The Rock shook hands with Shawn Michaels to a backdrop of people cheering at TLC. That's the difference. The Rock thought he had passed the torch, but you can't pass the torch if it makes the millions and millions of The Rock's fans boo. Uh-oh. He's laying into Cena. The difference between Shawn Michaels and John Cena's match against The Rock. John Cena's here on CM Punk's Raw Attitude? That's true. I forgot about that. Cena's not meant to be here. It's the breeding effect at work already. How's it going, John? Last I saw you, you had a handshake rejected by Daniel Bryan. CM Punk's Attitude Raw, where the here and now is not invited. But the guys of yesteryear are more than welcome. Sounds like progression for real. I went over you at Mania. I surpassed your legacy when I got that pin. I've been the champ for nearly a year. I've beaten Orton, Punk, Bryan. The Rock has done it all. Well, so have I. But one thing, and that is taking over Punk's 434-day reign. And I will. That's a promise. And the C Nation know I never break my promises. Daniel Bryan rejected my handshake while the crowd screamed his name and booed mine. Shawn Michaels accepted your handshake while the crowd screamed yours and his. That doesn't make you, HBK, or Bryan better than me. I bust my ass every single day. That's why I'm the WWE champion. Hell, Punk couldn't beat me, so he had to bring back a forgotten title and claim it for himself because he can't stand to lose. Just like you. This isn't about your legacy or mine. This isn't about the people. You just can't stand the fact that John Cena defeated The Rock on the biggest stage of them all for the WWE title. For me, this isn't about what some haters want. I promote hustle, loyalty, and respect. I promote the notion of not giving in to hate. And the only attitude I promote is the attitude to never give up. And just like you, I ain't changing for nobody. If a rematch is what you want, I'm game, but know this. I won't quit. I won't lose. I won't change. Whoa, will The Rock accept this challenge to a rematch? Let The Rock explain something to you, John, because you don't seem to get it. You can beat The Rock 10 times in a row, it doesn't matter. What you're saying is you don't care. As long as you're successful, who gives a shit what these people who pay their hard-earned money to see you think? Listen, fact is, you're here because of the people. You wouldn't exist as John Cena, the wrestler, without them. You won their hearts back when you debuted. You became the new face of this industry, like Austin Hogan and myself before you. Yet you come out here running your punk-ass mouth about how it's not about the people? I don't care if you beat me in a match, John, because as far as the fans are concerned, you've never beaten me. And you got the hustle, but the loyalty and respect, you lost those when you gave up on the fans. And I don't want a rematch with you, John, because just like you, The Rock doesn't care. Ooh, harsh words from The Rock there. John Cena wants that rematch. Or would The Rock want one? Don't know. A lot of posturing going on here. Rock just laid down some cold hard facts. If Cena doesn't care about the fans, then Rock doesn't care about a rematch with Cena. Not facts, King, opinion. Cena has done so much for this industry with his Make-A-Wish Foundation, the millions of children he's inspired. Cena is a role model. Cena is saying you shouldn't change who you are just because people don't like it. That's something I can stand by. We're a new generation where we can be who we want, and if you don't like it, get over it. Yeah, you would say that, Michael, since no one likes your personality. Look, I'm all for what Cena is saying, but let's face it, Cena isn't just some kid being bullied in school for being different. He's a WWE superstar. The greats and legends have always had an obligation to the people that made them. The Rock isn't saying Cena should change, but just not ignore the fans, because they are the WWE. Me and Show have a rematch clause for the tag titles, so Edge, Christian, we want it now. Show and Henry lost their tag titles to Edge and Christian last night at TLC, but this is the Hardys. And here they come! Now hold on, slow your fat asses down. Jeff and I won the Pink Slip TLC match last night against the New Age Outlaws, which means we can cash in on a shot at Edge and Christian's tag titles whenever we want. And guess what? We're gonna cash in right now, so step out the ring. Big Show and Henry have a rematch clause. Matt and Jeff have the Pink Slip. What now? We'll just take you both out. Bring it on. There we go. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy against Big Show and Mark Henry. This isn't a sanctioned match. They're just going crazy at each other right now. Chaos already on CM Punk's Raw. Uh-oh, here comes the second in command, the general manager, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin. The only person allowed to open up a can of whoop-ass spontaneously on my show is me. And all y'all need to stop crying, stop whining when we all know the obvious solution. Y'all gotta have a match to see who gets first dibs on Edge and Christian. The Hardy Boys versus Big Show and Mark Henry later tonight on Raw. Winners face Edge and Christian next week for the tag team titles. And that's the bottom line, cause Stone, that's fine by me. Henry and I dominated the tag team scene and we forced CM Punk to retire. The only reason we lost was because it was the ladder match. If it was a normal match, there's no way Henry and I, being the monsters we are, could have lost. We're the most dominant tag team in the history of the WWE, and we'll prove that tonight. Show, don't interrupt me. And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so. He said so, alright. Uh-oh, who's arriving here? Looks like Shawn Michaels is in the Raw Arena. Shawn Michaels! What's he doing on Raw at Attitude tonight? Good to see HBK looking well after that insane match with The Rock last night at TLC. No, seriously, don't do that again. I've got it. It's handled. We're gonna do this legit. Watch later, after I beat JBL. Upfront invasion, no backstabbing. Stop, Steve. What? Punk, what the hell are you talking about? Hey, Punk, you still there? Yeah, I said no backstabbing. We're gonna invade Vince up front. Listen, I gotta go. Who was that? Oh, just an associate of mine, suggesting we do a sneak attack on Vince, backstab him. We don't do that. We'll attack Vince head on. Tonight, after I beat JBL, I'll explain everything. Okay, you said you wanted to talk about hiring new talent to Raw. I'm here. Let's talk. Oh, that's right. I was thinking of picking up some of my old Ring of Honor buddies. Maybe some indie guys? There's a ton of talent in the circuit, fresh young talent. We need it. Young talent. I thought this was Raw Attitude. You really think Ring of Honor guys have that? About Attitude, I've said that theme was just a start. It's time to move forward now. The Attitude Era theme was just to kickstart my show, our show. Yeah, the fans want to see Attitude Era stars, but Vince was meant to transition from an attitude, ruthless aggression into the new era seamlessly, but he failed. If not for me, this universe era we're in would have inevitably destroyed the WWE. I want to create a new era with real talent and real wrestling. Not Twitter wrestling with steroid freaks. We need indie guys. Cabana, Kevin Steen, Adam Cole. Who the hell are they? That's what people are going to say. I'm with you, Punk, but I don't think we're in a position to be building new stars. We're in the middle of a civil war. We're about to go after the big one. Concentrate on that. not using my attitude influence to trick people into buying into your CM Punk era. You're right, it is still too early, but there's no harm in hiring some new guys. Anyway, it's time for the big one. I've got a match tonight, you know the way out. And here comes the Big Show. Big Show and Mark Henry lost their titles to Edge and Christian in an epic TLC match for the WWE Attitude Tag titles. Edge and Christian came through. Edge came up with a massive spear into Big Show. Or was it Mark Henry? I can't remember now. It was a massive spear off the top of the flipping top rope and stopped Big Show from grabbing the title. And then Christian went to grab the title. Epic match. We haven't heard from the tag team champions yet today. We'll see if we hear from them later on. But now Big Show and Mark Henry must face the Hardy Boys for a #1 contendership. Even though the Big Show and Mark Henry have a rematch clause and the Hardy Boys have a pink slip. We'll see what will happen. Here comes former Attitude Tag Team champion Mark Henry, Big Show's partner. Here comes the Hardys. Coming out first, Matt Hardy, who won their match to win the pink slip against the New Age Outlaws at TLC. Here comes his brother Jeff, who's changed his face paint since TLC to a nice cool green. He did an epic swanton bomb from the top rope onto the table floor, taking out I think Road Dogg, while Matt Hardy went to grab the pink slip.